hurry, boys. Coming to the green.
Denny Hamlin, Paul Menard, Justin Allgaier.
Some penalty must be assessed to Almirola. He's falling back.
Slow.
Michael, I think he sped, and if you speed out of the pits to save a lap, they penalize you.
Pace car is on pit road. The field back in the hands of Denny Hamlin. Paul Menard on the outside. Green flag back in the air. 2 laps of racing to go. All over the back bumper. Paul Menard bumps into the 20 as they come out of turn 2.
What a run off turn 2 Denny Hamlin made. Look at the gap he puts on Paul Menard.
Now through 3 and 4. This time the white flag goes in the air. Hamlin, then Menard.
Got a
1
crash
and 2
behind
across the stripe.
Big problem up here in turn 4.
No
they
caution
took the white
yet.
flag before the caution came out. The caution comes out. Denny Hamlin will win the race.
The race is over.
Well, it was over anyway. Denny Hamlin was going to win.
It's really over now.
Denny Hamlin will make his way back to the start-finish line and see the yellow flag, but more importantly, the checkered flag.
How ironic is that? We have 3 cautions, and one of them ends the whole race.
One of them ends the
been a big
race.
help this weekend.
Well, that makes Hamlin 2 for 2. Did he go for the sweep?
His 125th start, a milestone in the Nationwide Series. He gets his 11th win in the Nationwide Series.
That's just a habit of yours, isn't it? Getting their crew chief first win.
Second time he's been to Richmond for the Nationwide Series and goes to victory lane.
Last night he got out of his car, went over and gave a young man his helmet.
Yep.
Saw a kid over there, I love this. Saw a kid with a Jimmy Johnson shirt on, took his helmet over and said, "This is for you. I'm going to bring you over to my side."
Bring you away from the dark side. He wanted to give him the helmet. Celebration taking place right in front of the grandstands, and celebration with you too, Harvey.
First career victory for Adam Stevens. They didn't make it easy for you. You had some decisions to make. Congratulations on your first career win.
Yeah, Denny's impressive here. That was quite a run by him. And these guys work so hard on these cars. Doug back at the shop and all the guys. It's just a privilege to work at Joe Gibbs Racing, honestly.
Well, these guys get a big win for Adam, and we're going to go to victory lane and celebrate.
Here we go, Adam.
We talk about some of the young guys behind the wheel. How about the young guy calling the shots on the pit box for Denny Hamlin? Big first career win coming with Joe Gibbs Racing and Denny Hamlin. Hamlin, Menard, Allgaier, Elliott Sadler, and Eric Almirola unofficially your top 5. Denny Hamlin dominant. He led 3 times for 199 laps. Stay with us. We'll see him in victory lane. Welcome back. NASCAR Nationwide Series 250 on speed. This race brought to you by Nationwide Insurance, official sponsor of NASCAR. Call 1-866-500-5555 or your local agent to get a quote today. Let's go to Hermie Sadler.
Well, Chesterfield, Virginia native Denny Hamlin gets out of the car. Second career Nationwide Series victory here at Richmond, and it's very wet down here. Well, partner, I guess the weekend is as scripted so far. Win number 2 for the weekend. Congratulations on your win tonight in Richmond.
Yeah, just so proud to give Adam his first win in 20 car. These guys have been battling to get this team where it needs to be, and they definitely showed their performance tonight. Can't thank everyone from Sport Clips enough for supporting this program, supporting me on the Cup and Nationwide side. Just everyone at JGR, Toyota, Coke, Gillette, everyone from Nike and Jordan Brand, thank them for their support this year, and thank the fans. They've just been great for coming out here tonight. Wiley X, FedEx, everyone who puts their time and money into this program. It makes it worthwhile when you have days like this.
Talk about this race tonight. You were so dominant out there doing your thing, and all of a sudden, Adam says, save fuel, save fuel. Then it turned into a little bit of drama. What goes through your mind as a driver when it's hammered down, then you got to get out of it?
It's just, it's hard to tell a driver, slow down. You know, that's completely out of our mentality, but he had a plan. He knew we were right there on the number. So I had a feeling we were going to make it. I felt pretty confident about that, but just, man, it's a great feeling to win here again in Richmond.
And I know you don't want to look ahead yet, but tomorrow night is a big race for you guys on the Sprint Cup Series, scheduled to get this season turned around. Last night may have helped tonight. Can tonight help tomorrow night?
I sure hope so. I think so. You know, we start, I think, 11th tomorrow. We started 11th today, and this car was just extremely strong. We thought our Cup car was really good yesterday, so we'll see how it all turns out.
That's Denny Hamlin, Krista. He goes to victory lane.
Hermie down here with Elliott Sadler talking to his spotter, Brett, his crew chief, Ernie. I know that you had said, to correct me if I'm wrong, a win here would be bigger than Daytona. You came close tonight.
I'm just so proud of my guys, so proud of my team. You know, I've never run really good here. I know it's my home track, but I don't run that good here. And Harvick called me this afternoon. He said, look, this is what I want you to do. This is the line I want you to run. This is what I want you to concentrate on. And it saved my butt. I ran so much better tonight listening to him. No wonder he's so good here and got so many top 10s. But I got to thank One Main Financial. They've stepped up to the plate this year. Coming on board, had a lot of people here with them tonight to support us. Got a lot of fans here tonight. Thanks for Speed for carrying the race tonight. And, of course, thanks to Nationwide Insurance to do what they do for our sport. But it's a great night. We moved up into points, and the run good here at Richmond feels really good.
Happy birthday tomorrow.
Thank you.
Moving up in the points is right. He is just 6 points back from Justin Allgaier as far as the points lead in the Nationwide Series. The celebration once again goes to Denny Hamlin, though. Could this be that confidence builder that he needs to jumpstart or re-jumpstart that Cup career? Currently 17th in the point standings after chasing for the championship a year ago. Welcome back. NASCAR Nationwide Series 250 here on Speed, your Motorsports Authority. Just wrapping up. Denny Hamlin grabs win number 11 in the Nationwide Series, and he does it right here in his home state at his home track. Here's your unofficial results. A change with the 88. Eric Almirola drops to the last car, or was the last car on the lead lap, so he is scored just behind Brad Keselowski now.
Yeah, that was for speeding off pit road, like we said, that you can't do that to save a lap.
Couple of great runs for Ryan Truex and David Strimmy. Strimmy with a top 10 finish. Ryan Truex's first top 10 finish as well.
How about Chris Buescher? Here's a kid who makes his first ever NASCAR start, finishes 17th at Richmond.
And you know, there are certain tracks all of us drivers have that are like medicine. They're what you need. You go there with a lot of confidence. For Denny Hamlin, this was a big shot in the arm tonight.
Continuing on through, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. after running out of fuel will get scored 21st, again unofficially, but a very disappointing night for a guy who was leading the points when he came into this race, the 9th race of the season.
See Carl Edwards well down in the running order, making the championship hopes on the owner's side, right. taking a hit there.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see how they react to what happened here tonight.
Let's go trackside to Ray Dunlap.
Well, thank you, Rick. We want to hear from Paul Menard. Great run tonight in that number 33. You've had a chance to debrief with David Hyder, and I saw Kevin Harvick involved. Tell him what the driver input was that could have made this a win.
Well, we're so close. I mean, we're disappointed with second, obviously. Had a shot. That's all you can hope for. Denny just got a better restart than me. We were talking about what could have done differently, gear ratios and stuff, but just really proud of David Hyder, what Kevin and Delana have up there. Obviously, I have fast race cars, and you know, it's only the second time David and I worked together, and just a good group of guys, and it's a lot of fun.
Good run tonight for Paul Menard. Kevin Harvick will be back in this car when we return in the fall. Krista?
Yeah, Ray, catch up with Eric Almirola. Kind of an unfortunate end to the night for you guys. Had a fast car all night. Tell us how the end of the race unfolded and how you wound up 14th.
Well, I guess NASCAR decided that we should be the tail end of the one lap down cars. I'm not really sure how they decided that. I know we were speeding on pit road, but I had no motor. I was out of gas, so I had no choice but to go as fast as I could to try and make it to my pit box. We're way down here in turn one, so man, really disappointed in that. I think the penalty should be tail end of the longest line, and I waited for everybody that was coming from pit road to pass me, and I was the last car that passed the start-finish line on the restart, and they're gonna have to explain that to me. I don't know how we can be fifth and then all of a sudden 14th, one lap down.
Well, Eric Almirola very disappointed with the finish. Had a good race car and did not get the finish he wanted. Rick?
Well,
Thanks,
Hermie, while Eric Almirola is upset, Justin Allgaier is pretty ecstatic because the way this points battle has seesawed back and forth the last few weeks, you're still on top of the board. What was your storyline tonight?
We had a great night. The Wolfpack Reynolds Chevrolet was not exactly where we wanted it to be at, but the guys did a great job. Jimmy Elledge made an awesome pit call there. We stayed out, and it worked out to our advantage, obviously, and a solid top 5. So excited about that. But as you and I were just talking, I mean, this series right now is awesome. I mean, Nationwide Insurance does so much for our sport, and the racing tonight. I've not seen a race here with no cautions like they had. So that was it was a pretty long night behind the wheel, but a great one, and it's good to be on top of the point standings and going into Darlington next week. When anything can happen, it's just like Daytona and Talladega. So I'm excited.
Hey, now you have the big bullseye on your back. I mean, you've had it the last couple of weeks. So how do you fend off all these hungry wolves behind you?
I'll tell you what, Elliott Sadler has been steadily coming every week. And, unfortunately, Ricky was probably going to be the points leader after tonight, and they ran out of fuel. So hated to see that for them. You never want to see that happen to anybody. So you still got a lot of races, and we still got a lot left. But it's good to see that there's a little bit of a gap in between, first through fifth, whereas we've been so close here the last couple of weeks. So a little bit of breathing room, but only 6 points, so not a whole lot.
Okay, don't breathe too long. They'll be racing next week at Darlington. Rick.
Thanks, Krista. Take a look at our unofficial point standings. After 9 races, Allgaier has a 6-point lead over Elliott Sadler now. 9 points separate your top 3. I love this point system.
I think the interesting thing, though, is look at Trevor Bain. Even though he wasn't here tonight, still up there in the top 10.
Yeah, if he gets better and is able to be in Darlington, he's still got a chance to win the championship, and that's a story we'd love to see happen.
Get back in it.
Denny Hamlin on a green-white checker finish takes the white flag, and caution comes out behind him. That's why he's standing in victory lane with the hardware. Speed's coverage of tonight's race from Richmond is presented by Nationwide Insurance. Enter this code at codespotter.com today. And brought to you in part by Polaris, the hardest working, smoothest riding off-road vehicles now at your local dealer. A 250-lap race, and Denny Hamlin starts it in the 11th position, but methodically picked off driver after driver.
He just marched his way to the front. He was the only driver that started outside of the top 10 that raced into the top 10 in the first 50 laps, and he drove all the way to the front.
And what I liked about him all night long was he never really forced anything. He just took his time, and once he got in the lead, when people would gain on him a little bit, he just stepped it up a notch.
That was the pass for the lead, getting by the 60, and then obviously when you go to short track racing, you see a little bumping, banging, and sliding.
Yeah, get a little sideways every now and then.
Check out Brian Scott. Now this guy said, excuse me, but you're in my way. David Strimmy pushing people around. There's our point leader. You're the point leader, you're even sideways.
Our first caution came on lap 125, and it was Kelly Byers that went around in the 18.
Yeah, he just got in on the inside there too hot, and they just spun the car around. It's a shame.
Carl Edwards' problems for that team came onto pit road and then couldn't get it refired, and then this is where they're working outside of the pit box, so they got a penalty for that.
But I cannot understand how they ran that car out of gas, except maybe he was trying to get back on the lead lap and they didn't get it full.
Well, his teammate ran out of gas too, so must have miscalculated a little bit there on the Roush camp, because there's another Roush car out of fuel late in the going.
Those FR9 engines must burn a little extra fuel.
It was the 28 of Derek Colt that went around when we were on the last lap, and so that brought out the yellow and the checkers for the 20 of Denny Hamlin. The team celebrating the first win for his young crew chief. And then the ticker tape parade began.
That's a beautiful shot. I like that.
I love that.
Confetti in the air. It was still raining when we were talking with Justin Allgaier about 10 minutes after that took place. Now let's go back down to Krista.
Well, it was a hard-fought top 5 for Brad Keselowski. I guess you'll take that, right?
Yeah, I don't know how we got 5th. Just the way it all cycled with the pit stops, and who would ever thought a nationwide race would almost go green? I think like 1 or 2 cautions. So, we just didn't have a long run car at all. After about 30, 40 laps, the tires would fall off and they'd start to cord, and kind of the same thing we fought all year. So, right by the end there, we pitted early, got back out, cycled, and somehow it came out. I'm not even sure. I got to watch the race myself to try and figure this one out. But happy for my Discount Tire and Ruby Tuesday team to get the car back to that position and get a top 5 out of the night. But we've seen a little bit more speed out of our Dodges, and we'll be good.
The good thing is you can watch it back because he DVR'd it on Speed.
I did.
Congratulations still all around for Denny Hamlin as they continue with the hat dance in Victory Lane. We'll be right back.